Hi, this is Micornus Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are dealing with this great topic, and this topic speaks about uh, the change management. It speaks about how to overcome actually pitfalls in change or challenges that come with change. And when challenges come, we want you to anticipate those challenges. We would love to urge you also to be aware that these are the challenges that need to be dealt with so that the change that you institute becomes effective, it becomes profitable as well, and it becomes successful as well. Because change needs to be successful. Change needs to be productive as well. So it is very important that you are aware of these challenges so that you can be able to circumvent them. The first challenge that we embark on today is what we call pushing too much. Pushing too much when you want to institute change. Remember, creating more resistance by pushing harder. When you push too much, people start suspecting that there's something that you want to gain out of it. People will start thinking that there's something that is hidden. There's something that you are not transparent about. Now, I want you to be aware of that because then people will be resistant. People want to gradually be allowed time to think and apply their minds about the change that is about to come. And that is true that great change managers are those that are able to allow time to unfold with the information that they give about the change. They don't come abrupt and they don't expect the things to happen just now, and they don't give tight deadlines when it comes to change management. So it is very important to you as a young man, as we speak about this, that you understand that when you push harder, people become suspicious and people become resistant even more, and people become stubborn in the change and they don't want to participate in it. And we have seen people that have been pushed too hard, resigning even before time. While they've been told that there will be retrenchments, they jump the ship quickly before the ship sinks. While the very same people are the very key people that you need in your environment, that you need in your company, that you need in your industry. These are the people. They will jump the ship. Why? Because of the pushing too much of this information about change. And then you are actually putting people at the spot where they feel like they are cornered. They don't have time to digest it and to think about the change. And therefore, because of that, we have seen that we are losing the ground and we are seeing people actually being resistant in change. And we blame people sometimes. We say people are resistant to change and so on. Sometimes the resistance is caused by us as leaders because we are pushing too much. And when you push too much, you are basically making the people to be resistant even much more when you're pushing harder. The second challenge that I want you to be aware of is what we call a laissez-faire approach. Now, laissez-faire approach, leaving it up to people to figure out themselves and see how the change will happen and so on, it becomes problematic. And I want to urge you as a young man that when you are leading people, so please lead. When you are a leader, please be a leader. Don't make people leaders while the leader is you. Laissez-faire approach has always become very problematic because people are looking up for a leader. People want to be led. People are ready to follow. But people want to follow a leader that is, in the first place, very decisive, as we mentioned in the previous lecture, the previous lesson, that we need to be decisive. We need to be able to lead. And as a leader, you need to really show up and lead. But when you become laissez-faire and leaving it up to the people to make decisions, remember, people are dynamic. People are not the same. People are unique as well. They've got unique minds. They've got unique decisions. People actually behave differently as well. Because of that, I want to emphasize that you cannot leave it unto the people. You must make sure that you allow the people to think about it, but you still give guidance and leadership. You still direct them into a certain direction. You still make them aware that this is the direction that will take. Because as I said, that people are forever looking for a leader. People are ready to follow, but they want the leader to lead. They want the leader to be upfront and lead. Because if you're not leading, then you are actually making a pool of diverse mindsets and decisions and a pool of of ideas that are at the end of the day confusing the people. Because if the people have to make up or figure out themselves, everyone will figure out in their own ways. And you'll find that the actual change that you want to institute may not be actually successful, because everybody will have their own idea about the change. They will actually try to apply it the way they see it, instead of being given a direction of what the change should look like and the direction that the change should take. The leader must take charge here and make sure that you lead the people into that change. That's very, very important. So laissez-faire, as Young Men Empowerment Forum, we discourage that. Don't be a laissez-faire leader, because as you do so, you're basically challenging the people, and particularly those that want to be led. They would not know. Because also, as I said, that the minds of the people are different, they are unique, and there are those that are initiative enough, there are those that are innovative enough, there are those that may not be innovative, that leads purely the direction from the leader on what to do and what not to do. The other challenge that is very evident and prominent in what we call change management is no voice, what we call no voice. And no voice is not giving people a voice in change that concerns them. You're not speaking. You're not allowing them as well to speak back. Because most of the time we have seen, when there's change management, we have seen in companies, we have seen in leadership of companies, directors as well. They come top-down approach whereby they speak and that says yay and amen. To them, whatever they've said, and that's it. They don't want anybody to question it. They don't want anybody to say anything. And because of that, people rebel. People don't want to be dictated. People don't want to be controlled. And I must really say that is the reason why we see a lot of unrest in a lot of companies. Strikes, for instance. And we look at protest amongst workers, and purely because a top-down approach doesn't work. Give the people voice. Let them speak. Let them be able to respond. Let them be able to give their input about the change. So when there's a change management as a leader, I want to challenge you as a young man that please involve the people and make sure that they are aware that you've given them a voice. Make sure that they are aware that you are actually allowing them to think deeply about things and be able to speak as well. And when we're speaking about a voice, we are speaking about giving people ability to speak, and not only to speak, but so that whatever their input, you consider those ideas. Because there are those leaders and managers that would actually say, we're giving you a voice, but when you speak, they don't listen anyway. Or they don't even actually consider your idea anyway. So why are you saying you're giving people voice while you don't take their ideas? So this is very important. In change management, we want to urge you, as Young Men Empowerment Forum, we want you to be aware that it is very important that you give the people voice. And as we give them voice, let their ideas count in the bigger scheme of things. Let them be aware that you are allowing them to speak, and for that speaking, they are inputting something that is valuable, that you regard their ideas as important. Because other than that, then it's just actually a hollow voice that you're giving, that people will speak, but yet you don't consider their ideas. And I want you to be aware of that, and please give them a true voice. Finally, another challenge for change management is what we call parenting. And I call this parenting because it's when you treat the people like your own kids. It's when you treat the people like your own children. You are a leader, but you make people like their children instead of allowing them to become adults. Now, one, you don't trust them. Two, you talk down to them. You command them. You instruct them. You don't allow them to express their emotions. You don't allow them to express their views. You don't allow them to speak back as well and give their concerns. And that becomes problematic, because if you are parenting people, you're actually treating them like you are kids. Many will not take that. And that's the reason why, as a leader, I want to urge you that please be careful that when you're dealing with adults, these are adults, they've got matured minds, they can give ideas that are available, they can talk back as well, they can respond to what you are telling them. So therefore, when you institute change management, don't treat people like children, don't instruct the people. Make people aware, show them the purpose of the change, let them buy in, allow them time to think through it, allow them time to have a buy-in, allow them time to respond appropriately. Very, very important. Don't treat people like children as a leader. And I want to urge you to remember that when you're dealing with adults, don't deal with them like you are their parent. Please don't make people like their children. They are adults, allow them to behave like adults and let them give their input. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus Phokane, the leader, the founder of Young Men Empowerment Forum. I hope that you've enjoyed this topic. We will deal with another topic coming days, and please join us as we do so. But to find where we are, our Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum, like it, follow it. Our Facebook page, Micornus Phokane. So please like these pages and follow us there. We've got a YouTube channel under Young Men Empowerment Forum. So please don't forget that as well. Please click the notification button while you've subscribed to our YouTube channel. And the good Lord will bless you as you do that. Don't forget our TikTok account as well. Ready for you. We've posted a lot of materials in the past that may be useful for you. And as a leader, we are developing here ordinary young men into extraordinary men of wisdom, integrity, and character through kingdom principles. And I hope that you are learning quite a bit out of this. Till next time, allow me to check out right here and say cheers for now.